darling. And then he finds her. Ooh, suspicious. WTF. Swear words. But over here, we're putting stuff on fire. It's like horses to them, but it's dragons, so, you know, fun. So, Chaos and Flame by Tessa Gratton and Justina Ireland. I do not believe I've heard about this book ever, but I found it at the library. It's been a lot of books like that for me recently. But anyway, so this book starts quite exciting-ish, I guess, because we start by, so we have our female male our female main character, what was her name? Darling. We have her and a bunch of other people. So they basically kind of storming the castle to rescue, for her like adoptive dad. But I think one of the other characters in the boats, as it were, is actually the child of said character they're trying to go rescue. So we start off right off the bat, just going right into it. But then she's taken prisoner by our male main character, not female male, our male main character. This words, okay. Talon is his name. So he takes her prisoner and kind of takes her to, I guess, his castle, where his brother Caspian, which, by the way, anytime his name came up, I kept reading his name as the captain, even though it said Caspian. It was no the in front of it. I don't know why. I get a little bit dyslexic and put in other words sometimes. I don't know. Anyway, Talon takes Darling to Caspian. Caspian is High Prince Regent, so yeah, he's king of the world. Not really, but almost. Also, side note, so Caspian, so this world, I don't think everyone has it, but a lot of them have it. They have this boon, which is basically a magic ability, and Caspian's magic ability is sort of, well, you get told later, but you kind of understand it in the beginning as sort of like prophetic painting, because Caspian has been painting Darling specifically for just about his entire life. Yes, so Talon has kind of grown up watching these paintings of Darling, and then he finds her. Ooh, suspicious. Darling is now a prisoner. However, once she comes to the castle, as it were, I think they were calling it just houses, but it's not a house. It's more like a castle, palace kind of a deal, because reasons. Anyway, once she's there, Caspian kind of comes and says, well, she is the lost person of, what house was it? Sphinx? One of the houses that was actually murdered by, well, their parents. Complications. Anyway, so she's so she's a prisoner, but she's not really a prisoner, because now she's like this lost person of a dead house. So she gets kind of like ingrained and starts taking etiquette lessons and whatnot. And then later on, quite early on in the book, to be fair, but later on, from what I'm describing, they just kind of go on this trip and visit the other houses to sort of, you know, introduce her to society. To say that I was very confused about what kind of book this was for the longest time, and also the reasoning behind these characters. Yeah, I mean, most of the book is just like a long trip, but I mean, it's a very short, tiny book. I think it was just over 300 pages. It was a very short book, but it does have a cliffhanger ending that's like WTF, swear words. This is bloody amazing. I need to read book 2. Luckily, I got book 2 before I got book 1. Because that's how the library works, okay? It's backwards. So I'm gonna go read book 2 and figure out if the ending of this book, which is basically, oh, it's all calm and nice and dandy, and there's kind of a war-y, shooty thing going on over here, but over here, we're putting stuff on fire, and things like these two mythical creatures here, they sort of appear. Shh. Minor spoiler, but I don't tell you how. So, not really a spoiler. Is it? Is it or isn't it? I don't know. Kind of not. But these two creatures show up. I mean, they do ride dragons or dracons or whatever they want to call them. So, I mean, dragons are kind of a thing. It's like horses to them, but it's dragons, so, you know, fun. Anyway, I need to read book 2, which I do believe is just as short. I need to read book 2 to figure out if this is worth it or not, because mostly that long whole trip is like, what is even going on here? Because all we're really getting is like sort of mini tension between the two main characters. Are they or are they not, you know? But it's a YA, so we're not getting smuttiness, so that was very nice and highly appreciated after reading after having read all those other smutty books, which I still don't know why I did, but I did. Anyway, I'm gonna go read book 2, and this clip has been way longer than I intended it for it to be, so I'll see you whenever I read book 2. Bye! Blood and Fury, book number 2. So this one definitely picks up from where book 1 left us, which was in a mighty tower of flaming mess, I suppose. So basically, Talon and Darling, they're like they're on opposite sides of, I want to say planet, but no, they're on opposite sides of everything. They're kind of finding each other and finding other people in the world, as it were. Basically finding all the leaders of the different areas they have to sort of come together. That's basically the gist of it. As well as Talon is very much looking for his brother, who has kind of gone missing, and he's I think I want to say he went missing on purpose, because he decided that what happened, his change, as it were, was a good thing for him, and he was just gonna stay gone and changed. His brother Talon, however, does not think so and wants to bring him back, because, I mean, he's still, what was it, High Prince Regent, something. So he still has like a lot of power in his hands, or in his claws, spoiler, as it were. I think I enjoyed this one a lot more than the first one, because the first one was very much like, we're going on this, well, we find this random person, we go on this like hike. It's not really a hike, but sort of. They're just going through things, going on a tour, introducing themselves, and then basically a big tower of flame, yes. And then we have book 2. Book 2 takes us along on the countryside, as it were. We get to see more of the, I guess, world, the kingdoms around, and we get to like understand more about what's happened in the past, like before book 1, that is, and then what's currently going on, and so on and so forth. And hopefully there's a future. But seeing as this book came out in 2024 and it's just January 2025 now, there is no news of a book 3. But if there's no book 3, that's a terrible thing, because this has no ending. It has an ending, but it doesn't have an ending to the whole story. So, where is book 3? Yes, I keep asking about where book 3 is. I feel like the last couple of months, that's all I've been doing. Where is book 3? Literally, book 3, where? I can't title this video that as well. It would be too much. I found these books randomly. I'm going to put this book down now because I don't need to talk about that anymore. I found these 2 books very randomly at the library, and I'm happy I picked them up. Honestly, I did not know who these 2 authors were. I still don't really know who they are. I can't really figure out if they've written anything else or if it's just this new thing come about. Highly enjoyed. Definitely need to go on my to buy list because I need them on these shelves somewhere, wherever that will be, somewhere. And definitely waiting for that book number 3, because this will definitely suck if there's no book number 3. Yeah, that's it. That's this video, I guess. This lighting is terrible, but didn't have the energy to take up the other lamp, so weird desk lamp it is. Anyway, I mean, you can kind of, weird lighting, my voice definitely worse than usual, so you decide what's better or not. I'm joking. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Does this series duology so far, I think it's supposed to be a saga, so we'll see about that. Does it intrigue you? Do you want to read it? Do tell. And if you have read it, do tell. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I shall see you all next time. What are these thingies? Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.